What's good, guys? It's your boy Benny, and today I'm back with another video. Today I've got a tier list for you guys. This is basically the new promo, the FUT birthday. I've got a tier list made up, what I made earlier, and I'm basically going to rate every single player depending on how I think they're going to feel in game, how usable they are, links and so on, from top 200 all the way down to bronze. And I'll give you a little bit more reasoning once we get into the video what I'm kind of rating the players on, because from stat wise obviously they're all going to look pretty decent, but actually how they feel in game and stuff like that is going to have a little different impact really when it comes to deciding what sort of rank they should be finishing and sort of should you be trying to buy these cards. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here, leave a like and also leave a comment. You know what, comment wise let me know what rank you would give these cards in the comments as well. But let's get into the video. So yes, as I said, I've made a little tier list for you guys. If you guys want to do this tier list yourselves, maybe I can put it in the link and you lot can maybe send it to me on the Twitter, on the Instagrams, whatever, and just show me what you guys actually think, because we might have different opinions really when it comes to this. You know, obviously I'm looking at this as a pro perspective and also like a high level FUT challenge perspective. Like, are these cards going to be usable, and they also going to be meta? I'm also going to check every single card on FUTBin just so I can understand definitely on their weak foot skill moves and actually how they're probably going to feel in game. Let's get into it. Obviously up first we've got Chan here. So we'll go obviously onto FUTBin right now and look at Chan. There's no Podolski or Huntelaar into this, and actually we'll quickly just talk about that right now before we look at Chan stuff. Huntelaar, bronze, I'm just going to say it straight up, and Podolski, silver at the most. I just think people without 4-star skill moves are going to be aren't that really well. I think personally this year you need 5-star, 5-star on your attach. You can get away with a couple 4-star skillers, but like 3-star weak foot and 5-star, like 3-star skills, 5-star weak foot, that doesn't do it for me, you know. Like, we've got them cards, we've got them icons like Buchagrana, but like how many Buchagranas have you seen in the game? Like, not many, you know what I'm saying? Like, Buchagrana is a serious player, really. So obviously, I guess it depends. I've got to look at this in different ways as well, depending on different people's budgets. They might be looking at somebody else, so I'll try and keep that in mind. But as I said, the Huntelaar and Podolski, Huntelaar's going to feel stiff as anything. He's not going to feel too great in the game. Podolski, it's Podolski, you know, like if you play with Podolski in previous years, man, like this guy was a fun card to use. So I gave him silver, you know. But yeah, we got Chan here. Obviously, he comes in the Bundesliga. Bundesliga strikers aren't really too great apart from Lewandowski, so this is a nice little addition to that. He's got 3-star skills, 5-star weak foot, 95 pace, 84 shooting, 81 pass, 87 dribbles, 78 physical. As I said, you know, we've got people like Buchagrana and stuff like that, and they're not used. And why they're not used? Because they haven't got the skill move. They you know, that's it, and they're usually quite weak. Looking at Chan though, I'm remembering him from the start of the year, because I did use this card a lot at the start of the year actually on my road to glory. This card should be good to use, if I'll be totally honest with you. For 80k, if you're maybe somebody who's maybe got like a 300, 400k price range for building your team, or you're just doing a full Bundesliga team, he could definitely be an option. He could definitely be an option on the wing or as a super sub. But as a starting player for, like, let's say, we're going to look at this from the perspective of a top 200 player, okay? Slash pro player. Well, more pro player than a top 200 player, but like when I'm looking at this from the weekend, these sort of standard, we're gonna see it from like a top 200 player perspective, and I honestly think he's probably going to be silver, but like a high silver. Like, he could sneak into gold. As I said, if you maybe somebody who's working on a lower budget, he could definitely be an option, but for me, I don't think he's good enough to start in anyone's team unless you're working on that budget. And I said, I'm looking at this from a high-end sort of perspective. Is he going to be usable? And I don't really see too much. So the next player is Hermoso, I think is how you say the name, but I don't think that's how you say the name. That's how I'm going to say the name. We'll call him Mario. 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. I don't get why they do this on the centre-backs. I know it's a fun addition of adding 5-star skills to a centre-back, but personally, I would rather have a centre-back with 5-star weak foot, you know. I think that's a little bit more usable, but, you know, we'll skip past that. He's got 84 pace, 80 pass, 78 dribble, 87 defending, 86 physical. As I said, 5-star skills, 3-star weak foot. He's 6 foot, left-footed. Good thing about him, obviously, he's in La Liga, so he gives us a load of different options for links. Obviously, there's a lot of good La Liga centre-backs, so I've got to keep that in consideration when I'm actually going to rate him, because we've got Koundé, we've got Carlos, we've got Varane, we've got Team of the Year Ramos if we really have that type of budget. You know, we've got other players who are also very good in the game. Is this guy going to rank up there with them? he's going to definitely be up there with them, but he's not going to be like, oh my god, this guy's going to be insane. But 200k, 275k on the PlayStation, it's not too bad of a price range. Obviously get some nice links into like Leroy or Ansu Fati or something like that as well if you wanted to go like the Spanish route. As I say, I think there's so many other options from La Liga, cheaper options as well, in that being like, I personally probably would rather have Gold Varane over this. So if for that as well, I'm going to put in Silva. And as you can tell, I'm being very harsh really when it comes to rating these guys, because I don't want to give you guys like false sort of information really when it comes to these. I think Hermoso will be okay, be good, but for 200k when you can get Varane for what, let me just double check, I think it's around like 60 to 80k, right? Varane 38 and 54k, and like he's got basically as the similar stats, he just doesn't have the 5-star skills. But like, are we really doing rainbow fits with our centre backs? Not really, you know what I'm saying? So Varane, just a better option. That's why I'll put him down into Silva. I think there's, as I said, there's other options. Kounde, if you've done the objective, and also Diego Carlos, has got some decent little cards on him as well. Up next though, you know what? We're going to go into his stats and so on, but we're already going to put him top 200. I think we all know this. So I think Mendy's like the cover star really player when it comes to the birthday players. You know, like he's the guy where we're all looking at, like, how much is this guy? How much is this guy? 95 pace, 70 shooting, 84 pass, 85 dribble, 83 defending, 86 physical, 5-star, 5-star, 5'11" left footed. You can see by the stats, this guy is unbelievable. We know this, you know what I mean? It's not something we're not known of. That's why he's straight into that top 200 rank, no doubt about that. Coming actually cheaper than I thought. I thought he was going to maintain maybe like a 1.3 sort of price, but he's down to 1,800,000 on the Xbox. But yeah, you know, like, he's definitely the best left back in the game. I think he's going to be better than most team of seasons as well, what we get. So that's something to consider as well. Obviously, nice links as well, being French, Real Madrid, La Liga, and everything like that. So no brainer for this guy being top 200 ranking. And obviously, he can play in midfield. He can probably play on the wing. He can play centre back. He can play left back, right back. You know, you literally can get everything with him because he's got the 5-star as well. So very good card. And I'll be real, I'm a bit disappointed in the player pool, what we have been given. I'm going to put that out there now. But this is the type of standard I think we need. You know, we need players like Mendy. Maybe not obviously that type of price range and have them cheaper options, but we need a lot more like Mendy players. If you compare this promo to last year's promo, it's like night and day. But apparently Team 2 is usually better than Team 1, so that's something to watch out. And obviously I'll do another tier list if you guys are enjoying these next week as well. Lucas Moura, I haven't actually looked at this card, but from my first thought, I think he might be top 200, but I need to double check everything. Okay, 95 pace, 85 shooting, 83 pass, and 91 dribble, 75. That's very, very good. Very good. What's his agility? 97. Rapid off the acceleration. He's got 99 jumping, and that's actually quite important, you know, because headers are pretty good. If he's got that 99 jumping, what's his heading accuracy? 71. That's actually really good. 5-star skills, 4-star weak, but as I said, I really like my attackers to have that 5-star. The fact that he's got 5-star skills is really important, though. The weak foot is a nice addition to have, but I'd rather have the player to have 5-star skills. Usually, like last year and the years before, I prefer them to have the 5-star weak foot. For me, I think Lucas Moura is looking at that top 200 player, especially when we're looking at pro teams and stuff like that, the restrictions and so on. He's under 89 and under, so obviously we get that sort of bonus. He doesn't cover one of the 90 rate players. You can play on the wing, you can play cam, you can play striker depending on your prices. So yeah, I think he's one of those players like you would bring in later on in your team, if that makes sense. So after you've got your Neymars and Mbappes and Ronaldos in, and then you look to bring somebody like Lucas Moura in just to finish off your final four, you know, so you get the fantastic four up top. I think that's like the type of addition Lucas Moura is going to be. Is shooting 85? Meh. Obviously, they always say like if you put this chem style on him, they obviously get like 99 shooting. Like, I don't know. That's the thing. Where's his shot power? That's actually quite important. 87 shot power. That's not that bad actually. That's actually when I notice with players, right, if they've got low shooting, the most important things are like things like composure, shot power, and finishing. It's not really like just like finishing or something like that. A lot of people don't realize how important shot power is. For some reason, like if you use Neymar, his shot power is really low, but it's ridiculously glitched. I'm not too sure about it, but like that's what makes CR7 and R9 like really good. Their shot power is like obviously mad high. I'm gonna put him in top 200. I just think he's so usable. A lot of links, you know, Brazilian Premier League, looks really good. As I said, he's going to be one of them like later buys what you do into your team. So yeah, definitely a fan of that one. Up next, we've got Perisic. I haven't seen this, like a lot of these cards I haven't really seen. I kind of wanted to save it for my first impressions. 70 defending. That is actually really interesting. 90 pace, 87 shooting, 84 pass, 86 dribbling, 70 defending, 82 physical. 5-star, 5-star. Very nice. Left footed, 6'1", medium. 89 acceleration, 90 sprint speed. Okay. Do you know what? This is going to sound maybe a little bit weird. Maybe a lot of you guys are looking to use him as a striker or a winger or something like that. I'm kind of thinking about using him as a centre mid or like that CDM, you know? You know, like how people are using Bruno Fernandes? Like 360k and like we could get Perisic, you know? Low key, I might try like a FUT birthday team on the PlayStation. Not this week, the next week I'm going to do it. Maybe do some like highlights around it or something. But yeah, very interesting card. As I said, I'll probably look to use something like this into the centre mid role rather than on the wings. He's definitely going to be very good on the wings and striker and cam. But I think actually as a centre mid / CDM, he could be pretty decent. Defensive awareness is 72, 78 interceptions. Obviously the standing tackle and sliding tackle is really low, but you know, I'm using Bruno Fernandes. You know, like I don't think his defender stats is like too crazy when it comes into that sort of aspect. So could definitely be an interesting card to try out. Coming to the rankings of it though, I'm stuck between elite or gold. As I said, I'm trying to be a little bit critical on some of these players. I don't really want to just like throw them an elite and actually think they could be elite. I think he's a high gold player. As I said, I kind of want to experiment with him to actually see how he feels in game. From what you see on the card, obviously he looks ridiculous, but for me, I've always just known Perisic as being quite a stiff player, quite a clunky-ish player. So I'm going to put him a high gold. Like if we would go like actually like tiers, I would say like a gold 1, you know what I'm saying? So he's on the brink of getting elite. Up next is actually somebody who I'm actually really interested in. Really, because I remember this guy's Silva, I don't know what they call this. Silva something, I don't know what. But yeah, Zambia, right? 92 pace, 80 shooting, 85 pass, 85 dribble, 82 defending, 85 physical. Obviously a right back, 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. He's 6'1", right footed. I remember, as I said, I remember this Silva card coming out. Me and Lyrics at the time, we was like, oh my god, this guy could actually probably play right back. But because obviously he's not a gold card or like a high golden form, like people weren't really that interested in using him into their like pro teams and stuff. But this card is looking crazy. We've got like 99 jumping as well, 85 strength. His acceleration is a little bit low, but he's got good sprint speed. He's another player who I kind of need to experiment in game to actually see how he feels like. But I'm getting like dump through vibes, you know, that's what I'm getting off this guy. And for 100k, I think as a steal. I'm going to put him high elite when I put into the ratings, but definitely recommend looking at this guy to put into your teams, guys. I think he could be one to watch really when it comes to like these birthdays. And I think maybe like an underrated card, because obviously a lot of people see the Mendy, the Moura, the Thiagos and stuff like that. That they don't really look at maybe the lower rated players and how usable they actually are. And then we've got Leroy Sane, 96 pace, 86 shooting, 84 pass, 92 dribble, 76 physical. Obviously looking at that 1 mil to 1.3 mil depending on your console. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. I thought it would have gone 5-star skills and 4-star weak foot, but either all's good. Yeah, what are we thinking about Sane? Obviously he's going to be rapid. I think it's actually going to be pretty decent. I'm not going to lie, he's going to be absolutely rapid. If he plays how he plays in real life, we all know he's absolutely rapid. I can't really remember using his gold card too much and knowing how fast he actually is on that. Yeah, I think there isn't really too much to talk about him. We just know he's fast, he's got 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills. He's going to be good on up top, he's going to be good on the wing. Obviously he gives us a different type of links, maybe for the Alphonso Davies or Lewandowski, Kimmich, whatever, you know, you get some different variations into there. So I think he's quite a nice player in that sense. Do I think he's top 200 standard? Not at all. I think he's probably an elite standard player, but could also be one of those players who surprised me. I think, as I said, I think with all these FUT birthday cards, they have that sort of surprise factor because you don't really know how good they could be because their stats are so different, you know, you just never know how good they're going to be. Up next we got Simon. I think this guy, what card did he have last year? He had some sort of card last year and it was ridiculously good. I can't remember exactly what it was, but it was really good. It was a crazy super sub. I think it was like an SVC. But 95 pace, 82 shooting, 78 pass, 90 dribble, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Obviously, we're looking at that agility, balance, and the sprint speed. This guy's rapid. Straight up, this guy's rapid. I think as a super sub, he's going to be unreal. I'm getting like Lozano with a weak foot type vibes, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, 85 rating, so he's pretty low in that sort of standard, pretty cheap. I would actually say this card is a lot more usable than He-Chan. Problem with this card is the links, obviously being Nigerian and also in League 1. You're kind of like restricted to what you can really do with a team in that sort of departments, but there's a lot of decent little League 1 players, a lot of SVCs have been out and stuff like that. So I'm going to put this guy into the gold standard. I think he's going to be a top tier super sub for a lot of elite plus players or any standard players. I think he's going to be an unreal super sub. And I think just straight off the bat, like if he was using in your teams, I think he's like a gold standard player in this sort of department. Up next, I guess I said Mendy's like the cover star, but he's kind of not, is he? Like I guess Thiago's the cover star, but for me, Mendy's the cover star. Thiago, 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, 82 pace, 83 shooting, 91 pass, 94 dribble, 83 defending, 78 physical, 5'9", 95 acceleration, but 71 sprint speed. What the hell is that about? What the hell is that about? I wonder actually how he feels in game, because that's quite like different, you know, like usually like they're pretty close, so you can sort of tell the difference, but 71 sprint speed. From what we see though, very decent player, you know, a very decent midfielder. He can do a lot of the jobs. For me, I think it depends what formation we're using really to use this Thiago. Because to get the best out of him, I just don't know. I really don't know. Like obviously we could use him in a 4-4-2 and a 4-2-3-1s and stuff. I just don't know how good this card's going to feel in game, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it really depends how he feels in game. Will determine how good he is. But from what we see, the dribbling sort of aspect of shooting, the defending, the passing, and he's actually got pretty decent dribbling and stamina. I guess we have to put him in the elite. Maybe a player who we need to see a bit more about. Like maybe I need to see some reviews. But for me, I would say like elite. Maybe he's crazy though. That'd be. I think it'd be fun. I think as well. That's like the main thing. It'd be a fun card to use. But if yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sold. You know what I'm saying? You can tell by my reaction. I'm not like crazy about him, but I know a lot of people are. I think a lot of Liverpool fans, a lot of Bayern Munich, a lot of football fans are hyped about him because he's an unbelievable footballer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Jamie Vardy up here. He's looking at the 1 mil and then the 1.2 on the PlayStation. 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, 92 pace, 90 shooting, 72 pass, 85 dribble and 80 physical. I think a decent card. I think, you know, like Vardy, like we know, he's one of those sweaty OP players really at the start of the year. And now the fact that he's got the 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, that means we can do a lot more really with him. I can sort of see why he's at this sort of price range. I'm sure he's crazy. I bet his finishing is ridiculous. I swear. Like 97 finishing, 92 shot power with 94 composure. I think he'll be unbelievable in front of goal. Obviously the 5-star weak foot's quite nice. I'm seeing like, what I'm thinking, yeah, it's like a Savio, you know, like an absolute shithousery of a Savio with Jamie Vardy, you know what I mean? I think he's going to be a crazy card, but with great finishing. Definitely recommend looking to get this if you got like a Prem team or something like that. Yeah, interesting card. I think I'm going to put him elite because I just have that weird feeling his finishing is going to be like on an insane level, so he has to be in that elite sort of standard. And then the last player, as I said, Hunzala and Podolski don't come onto the list. One, because I couldn't actually get the card of them, if I'll be totally honest with you, because what thing I used just didn't have the card for whatever reason. Anarchy Williams up next. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, 96 pace, 86 shooting, 82 pass, 87 dribble, and 88 physical. Something what we've been lacking in the league, apart from obviously the Ansu Fati card, is actually some really good usable strikers. Obviously the Morelos is coming. Excuse me. Morelos is coming recently, but obviously we got now this Williams, and then we've also had the Ansu Fati come through and stuff like that. But we have had that sort of lack of the player. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. It's a nice bonus from, I believe he's like 4-star, 3-star before, right? Let me just check. 4-star, 2-star. Okay. Yeah, crazy player. And I remember at one point in the year, I think it was one of these Anarchy Williams here. absolutely rinsed me apart in weekend league from just some random guy, and I never will let it down. So I'm going to have to put him in elite for past experience from past traumas. I think he's going to feel great on the game. I think he's going to be like that Cantona / CR7 sort of vibes, you know, where you're like a big bulky player with the 5-star skills. He's going to be glitchy. Your LBRBs are going to be on point probably with him, because he's going to just power through people with that 89 strength, 81 aggression. Great in the air and stuff like that. So yeah, great player all around. Definitely recommend picking this one up for sure. I think at what, 500k and 400k on both consoles. That's pretty decent pricing as well. But that is my tier list on these players. There can be a few changes here and there. As I said, I didn't really want to put like the bronze players. Obviously, I said Huntelaar, and then maybe Podolski sort of goes on for that lower bronze player. Didn't want to be too harsh on the players, because I kind of got to look at different sort of perspectives of the game when it comes to pro play, lower budget teams and stuff like that. So that is a team that is the tiers I would give these players. Obviously, it sort of depends on actually playing with these guys. I said I might do a little foot champs sort of challenge coming up next week or something like that. But yeah, different type of video for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And peace.